or set up for your regular use, and then install a wholly free operating system. Boy, I pity the translator now, because wholly can be spelled in more than one way. And then only use and install free software with and on the system. If you make this vow and you live by it, then you too will be a saint and you'll have the right to wear a halo. If you can find one, because they don't make them anymore. People sometimes ask whether it is a sin in the Church of Emacs to use the other editor, VI. It's true that VI is the editor of the beast. But using a free implementation of VI is not a sin, it's a penance. And people sometimes ask whether my Halo is really an old computer disk. This is no computer disk, this is my Halo. But it was a computer disk in a previous life. So thank you. Now it's time for the auction, if they let me do the auction. Will they let me do the auction? Let's see. This is an adorable canoe that needs a home. It needs a family. And if you are the purchaser, I can sign the card for you. And if you have a penguin at home, then you need to get a canoe for your penguin, because as we all know, a penguin can't hardly function without a canoe. I mean, a penguin without a canoe is like a, I won't finish that. So, we can accept payment either in cash or with a credit card. If the credit card will work for international purchases by phone, it will work with us too. And when you bid, please wave your arm and shout the amount as loud as you can, because you want me to hear. So, I'm going to start with 50 reais. Do I get, which is its normal price, by the way. Do I get 50 reais? Do I get 50? It's 50 reais. Do I get 50 reais? How much? How much? Okay, 50. So I've got 50. Do I get 55? Please silence if you're not bidding. I want 60 I've got. Do I get 65? 70? I've got 70. Do I get 75 or more? I've got 70. Do I get 75 or more? I don't understand that sign. How much? How much? Sorry. That's lower. I've got 70. Do I get 75 or more? Do I get 75 or more for this adorable canoe that needs a home? Do I get 75 or more to the Free Software Foundation to defend freedom? Do I get 75? How much? I've got 80. Do I get 85 or more? I've got 100. Do I get 110? How much in the back there? I've got 100. How much? Did someone in the back bid? Do I get 110 or more? Do I get 110 for this adorable canoe? How much? I've got 200. I've got 200. Do I get 220? How much? How much is that person bidding? I can't understand. Could someone relay the amount? So that person in the back seems to have bid, but I can't. How much? 300? She bid 300, is that?
Yes.
Is that correct? Did you bid 300? I've got to make sure does that mean yes? I don't understand. I mean, could you come closer? Please, how much are you bidding? I can't see your fingers from here, even with my glasses. So, can someone tell me how much she's bidding? Nothing? Okay, it's not a bid. So I've got 200. Do I get 220? I've got 200. Do I get 220? 220 for this adorable GNU? Do I get 220 to the Free Software Foundation to defend freedom? Last chance to bid 220 or more. Last chance. Going. Gone for 200. Please come up. So, which method do you wish to pay? Okay, you should write down all the information on the card on a piece of paper. He was lying. Damn it. You just messed up the auction. Don't bullshit me. Well, then don't bid.
Just a student.
Then don't bid. Don't bid then. Don't lie. What's the point of lying? So, I had 100 and how much? That you bid 100. Do I get 110? See, he just wasted everybody's time. He shouldn't have done that. You don't have to bid. Do I get 110? Do I get 110 for this adorable GNU that needs a family? 100 how much?
60 only, in cash.
Well, he bid 100 already. Why are you wasting my time again? You're being stupid. Do I get 110 or more? Last chance to bid 110 or more. Going. Gone for 100. Please come up. You know, after this I'm going to answer questions, but I'll have less time to do that because you wasted it. So, how do you plan to pay?
Credit card.
Okay. Write down the credit card information on this piece of paper. I do. And then show me both of them. Also put a phone number or email address. And the price. And say it's reais so we won't think it's dollars. So now it's time for me to answer questions. I am sort of deaf. If you speak in an ordinary way, I won't understand you, even with a microphone. You need to speak loud and clearly like this. Now, if you wish to speak Portuguese, that will work if the translator will translate for you, but then I need to have a headset. Oh, yeah, people write down the questions, that's fine too. That works very well. What time is it, by the way? 9 o'clock. Okay.
So, first of all, thank you for this impressive talk. I really enjoyed it. Are you understanding me?
Yes.
Okay. I teach programming in federal institutions, And I do appreciate everything that you said. And I do agree pretty much with everything that you said. But how can I explain to my students that really enjoying programming now, they can make money after all?
It does. First of all, it's not an important question. It's unethical to direct society further into dependence.
Yeah, I understand that. But
Yeah.
you see, they want to work with the things
I know.
that they like
You have to be able to say no to them. You have to be able to say, I am not going to teach you using non-free software because it would be wrong if I did.
But if they want to work with programming and they have to keep their lives,
First of all, they're not going to be killed if they don't know Windows. So that's an exaggeration. The first step is don't exaggerate.
No, I don't want to use them to make them use the Windows. I'm just asking you, how can they work with programming?
Well, they can, but that's the point. Is let's imagine first of all that they couldn't. It's not true, but let's imagine it. What would the consequence be? You have to ask, why would that be? It's social inertia. Many organizations and activities already use proprietary software, which was a bad decision in the past. And of course, society tends to keep going in the same direction. How do we change that? Whose job is it? Whose mission is it to change that?
We need to start now.
Well, it's educational institutions, above all. They have the duty to change these bad